Welcome boys and girls, Christine here with more Front RTS. I'm going to be playing against the rebels on the highest difficulty, and what I'm going to try and do this time around is actually win through air power, which is just basically a sidebar ability. Max enemy difficulty, max size of enemy bases, massive amounts of parts, as well as a good amount of MLRSs. Just gonna go with 2 dreadnoughts to begin with. 10 MLRSs, and then just a combination of, well, really dreadnoughts and MLRSs right here. Yeah, it's not worth going down that path. Alright. So how am I going to win with that air power? Well, you have all the tools you need, really, in order to make it work. So, generally speaking, I've won either with a creepy advance of my forces, or I've won using artillery to protect them, or I've won with just like building a massive freaking economy and just swarming through the defenses. But this time around, I'm going to do it differently. So just going to start getting my economy up in order, and also my defenses. It's going to be interesting because obviously we have the location where we start our base at. It's not necessarily the most conducive, if you will, to defending a location. Anyway, we were just going to get more infantry, let's say, in that location. And just start working on that economy situation as best as we can. Yeah, the space concerns are kind of annoying. Okay. Let's just position them like so, and just move them in various locations. And yeah, get some combines as well. Alright, we can start doing our first airstrike if we get vision, if that works out. It might not. Just gonna point out. Yeah, I wasn't too close enough. I wasn't fast enough. Alright, going to get another processing plant. Yeah, the space here is not really freaking ideal, I gotta say. We're also going to need more space to handle things. Right, let's just get another plane. I mean, I'll rely on radars later on. But for now, I just want to start removing some of the problems that we will have. We got 32 factories to remove, and then we'll win. Get another one. Yeah, just bombing runs. When the game says factories, what the hell does it mean when it says factories? Like, what does it mean? Count. There we go. Alright, gonna get a construction crane. Oh. Well, there goes one plane. Probably should have used it in a different fashion. Anyway. Construction crane is going to come up. And so is artillery. You know, I should be pleased about this starting location, and I am, obviously. But it's got its issues. At least I'm not under attack yet. The yet part is gonna be the important one right here, I think. I get the foundry up and running as well. Okay. Oh. Alright, build a supply post. Start upgrading some generators. Alright, gonna move that MCV right here. Just so I can start constructing more stuff. Let them come. And get more radars. More bombs, more radars. Alright, that's 4 of them destroyed. And all the while I'm just going to get an arsenal and start constructing various things to, you know, have the troops needed to finish off the stragglers in this situation. So we got 6 down. I can also get more combines. Now, bear in mind, we do need to take down the various locations. Will it even reach it? Another radar. And yeah, just start getting various vehicles, tanks, and all that stuff. Well, population wins. Alright, that's another one. Some repairs right on that side. Yeah, we're clearly going to need to do a bunch. And also use that foundry to keep the power on. because that will happen. If we're not careful. Reinforcements will be arriving. Alright, start upgrading those. This is the tricky part. That's a wrap. And once my reinforcements arrive, it's gonna be even easier. But in the meantime, alright, 8 out of 32 have been dealt with. We don't have enough power for this specific structure, but we'll do what we can. I mean, I could pretty much advance against the enemy right at this point. $175. But yeah, we do need to kill enemy forces. They can't just succeed, unfortunately, with alright, that's enough power right there. But we can always get more. My main concern though right now is resources. Pretty okay. Population could also be improved. Come. I will gladly take their assault. I suppose I could use another crane. Put it right there. Yeah, unfortunately the good times will not last forever. That's okay. There we go, another airstrike that we can do. Yep, do that. Direction does matter. one. I hope that works. I don't know if the plane will reach it. Yeah, let's get it. Well, as long as they keep coming to die against me, that's all I need, really. More resources would definitely go. Well, would be handy. Alright, another airstrike. Yep. Another factory that we don't have to worry about. How many, yeah, we got... Wait, really? Nah, we're much better off in terms of resource gatherers than what that suggests. Can be sometimes finicky. So I'm gonna get... Well, I should probably just get a storage facility next to... Yeah, just forget about it. Oh. Yeah, I do need to start pushing forward. In order to get even more airstrikes. But eliminating some of their backline fortifications is definitely helping me out right there. Actually, we could turn this into some resource gathering capability for online. Power is okay. Oh, here he comes. With a massive attack force. We're just gonna have to hold the line. course, not everything can be destroyed with just pure airstrikes, but a lot of it can. And that's the main goal right here. Yeah, and there's that enemy base right there. Because remember, we are going to have to take out those locations. That does get a lot easier once you eliminate the background, the back bases. We're going to pull back. I mean, I could just save up to call in multiple planes at the same time. That would help. Are they holding up here? Okay. Risky as hell what I'm doing here? Oh yeah. But somehow not too worried about it. Just keep moving the artillery cannons forward. Alright, that's a machine shop. Send that to Gonna get more machinery plants. And more population centers. Though, maybe not as many. So 17 out of 32 have been eliminated. That's good progress. Right, I'm looking at taking down those free. Let's try that one. And pick up those reinforcements. Send them there. Alright, 22 out of 32 destroyed. Yeah, that will do wonders. Alright, advance. 23 out of 42. Some more space. Well, population space, that is. Alright, my plane is coming in. Here it goes. What a gorgeous sight. I'm gonna blow them all up. Alright, just 5 left. Or some of them will be bigger problems than others. Ah, damn. Now I just need to find those locations. Yeah, that can be a bit of a problem. I mean, there are other ways to skin a cat, right? There's that direction of assault. They're holding there. Even though they are throwing masses of infantry against me at this point. Okay, that one out. They're all V3 left. If it'll make it even. We got tons of resources, that's not the problem. Yeah, it's probably not gonna make it because there's a lot of air defenses on that side, so I maybe should have attacked from the other side. There's a lot of dead ETRs. Maybe I should just go for their primary mineral field, really. Try this one. It should work, I reckon. Oh, maybe not exactly how I wanted it to, but hey. Job's done, right? Now, where is the third location? I mean, I am trying to figure out, by the way. try and take down some of those anti-aircraft guns. It will help me. Ah, there it is. Nasty. There's probably some air defenses left still there. Will I make it? Well, it did. There's just one more freaking factory right there. Take that out, and it's GG, well played. Well, we still need to take the enemy objective, but yeah, we'll sort that out in just a moment. That was it. Now pull back. And just go rush, secure that objective. I mean, you still want to use your ground units, but yeah. Take down those enemy riflemen. Getting a bit annoyed, I'm not gonna lie. Would be nice to just crush the damn whole lot of them. Fortunately, that's not a viable strategy. Do I have any cannons left that I could redeploy beyond the base ones? Gotta destroy that structure. Alright, eliminate the 133 soldiers that they have. What a terrifying prospect, a bunch of poorly armed infantry. Now you can always go, another strategy by the way is to go down the, howitzer path. Yeah, those guys are not counting. Those riflemen did count, but some of the earlier ones didn't. Don't ask me about it. But it is mostly going to be infantry that we're dealing with right here. That's it. Victory. And now just secured the point. Since obviously the objective is resource. Victory. Well, that was the fastest victory that I've done. I've killed with the lowest amount of casualties, by the way. Took a while. A lot of it trial and error with plane paths and all that stuff, but yeah, it works. Anyway, that's all. Costin signing out.